Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Attack on Titan Season 4, Episode 8. First of all, hopefully you guys all had a happy holidays. I'm pretty sure, because I'm ahead of even my Patreon, which my Patreon is then ahead of YouTube, it's probably gonna be a bit before you guys see this, but I have all my presents wrapped. It's a couple days until Christmas, and yeah, um, hopefully everyone has or had a good holiday season. But anyway, last episode we had the Colossal Titan finally show up, although he just came in with a big boom, took out the warships and everything, which it was a big boom. He didn't do much else, but I guess if you stay, you risk getting captured, right? And they don't want to be they don't want that to happen. Rhina has been inspired to get up and start moving as the Colossal again, it seems. We had the Warhammer Titan be consumed, right? Like, at least, like, squished into his mouth, and we saw, like, a little, like, there was, like, a little pulse or something like that that made it feel like it worked, you know? So, he may have that power. Now, he probably has to learn how to use it, unless he figures out how to use it right away. Who knows? He's grown a lot, but I'm just excited to see where we go on next. So, we're gonna get started here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. It has been a few weeks. Yeah, a few weeks. I took a week off since the last episode. Damn. Oh, but he got him back. Damn. Damn. Hmm. He looks so different, man. Just like picturing young Eren, how we knew him from the start. They seem so, like, experienced and casual, too. Hmm. She saw it the other way. She didn't see it as that. Who's she gonna shoot? Hmm. Can a single bullet kill him from just self-healing? Seems like he's not the one. I mean, unless shoot you down means she's gonna try to shoot the whole airship down. I guess we'll see. I wonder, like, was this just like a declaration? I mean, the episode it started on was declaration of war, you know. So is that what this was? It's just a declaration of war from our guys, or I wonder if there is, like, and they got the Warhammer Titan too, so I mean, definitely feel like this was a win. Uh-oh. Well, that's ominous. Assassin's Bullet title came up. Hmm. It all seems very melancholy, though. Which, I mean... Ugh, Levi. Mikasa always. They did do this before. Hmm. Uh-oh. Wait, what? Is that the... Did they get the cart? What? I'm trying to remember the last time we saw the cart. Who else would it be, right? Damn. I wonder if we've seen him. I don't recognize him, but we very well may have seen him in the garrison, and now he's just... I guess there probably isn't even much need for scouts and stuff like that. It's just their military at this point, right? The new Eldian Empire. Worried about Assassin's Bullet. Yeah, I mean, there's always people you care about more. Oh no, Connie! He's dead. Right? There's no way we're not zooming out. Shut the door! I mean... okay. Maybe not yet. Man, I could have sworn it was gonna zoom out to her aiming. They did a good job debating me there. I mean, it still might happen, but... Yet you still want to protect this place. I get that, but man. That's fair. Oh, it could be Zeke too. That would make so much more sense too if it was Zeke. I completely forgot. I was thinking like Jaws cart armored. I completely forgot about Zeke. And having it be Aaron's brother or half brother just makes perfect sense. God damn it! I thought it was already passed. Yeah, we're all just people. That's the thing. You're trained at this young age to think that they're different, they're evil. Is it this guy that's gonna die? Oh shit. Oh damn. Is he done? Oh, and he's gonna get dragged. Oh no, is she gonna climb up it? Ah, crazy kid. It could be interesting if she's captured and she just... I don't know. I wonder if she could go through what Falco's going through. Uh, oh my god, he got on too! Well, alright. Oh! That door is still open. Oh shit. Oh shit. Who's taking the bullet? No, not Sasha! Oh, come on, man. Damn. Oh shit. Jeez. Oh my god. Oh my god. God damn it. I don't know if she's healing from that wound, guys. Oh, meat. Yeah. You need more than just bandages for that wound, buddy. Uh, do we... I wonder if Aaron steps in because he knows Falco a little bit. Yep. They're captive now. Gonna make for some... I'm kind of... I don't like losing Sasha, but I kind of like the development of that. Hmm. 3. Yeah, I mean, figured that. Oh, they don't even know yet. Hmm. Zeke's still alive? Okay. Now to recap Hanji, too. Okay. That's what I was wondering, now that they said that she's a Zeke follower, and she's the one that helped with the plan. What? Oh shit. Man, I want to know how all this, like, came to be. Hmm. Damn. Hmm. Shit. That's why Zeke said he didn't know. He didn't want them to know. She's dead. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh. Meat. You laughing? Yeah. Very Sasha. Damn. Aaron just went through some emotions. We haven't seen him have much emotion recently. Damn, I wonder what he's thinking with that, man. Like, going from, like, the laughing to the anger, like, who's he mad at? Like, himself? Is he mad at the enemy? Like, who is that anger directed towards? I'm not 100% sure. But, man, I didn't get, like, I started getting more and more emotional towards the end there, with the loss of Sasha. But I just have this, like, I think right away I didn't get emotional because I have this weird disconnect with, like, the bit of a time skip we had with the characters looking a little different, and it's like, it feels like I'm still playing, like, catch up in my head with, like, the characters, where, like, I feel like I have to get reinvested to the characters, you know? Even though I shouldn't feel that way, it's still Sasha, and even with that meat comment at the end, clearly it is just still him, you know? And we still her. But, like, yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things where I I didn't get emotional right away, but then I started, like, before they started showing the flashbacks of Sasha, I started thinking about, like, while they were rapping her, I started thinking about the different moments of Sasha, how I knew her, you know, before the time skip, and, like, that really started to hit me. That is it, guys, for episode 8. Alright, so, lost Sasha. Man, alright, but but yeah, we also had the reveal that Zeke has had some kind of plan in mind. Now, he might not be 100% for parody, right? But I just really want to learn more about what Zeke is doing, because like it's funny if you go back to one of my reactions. Honestly, I can't remember which one, but I talked about how like I never really doubted Zeke's resolve to the Marlians, but I watched a reaction of someone who doubted it back at like the first half, or like the second half of season 3, I think it was. He had talked about, I think it was when like around the time that Zeke was like on, when they were at Shiganshina trying to seal up the wall, and Zeke was throwing the rocks, killing all the scouts and everything. One of those episodes I watched a reaction of, and one of the guys in the video said that he thinks that there could be a small chance that Zeke has something going. Like, what if Zeke sold out Grisha in order to like deep cover himself? Like maybe he listened to everything Grisha said and he was like, this is the best way to make what Grisha wants happen to happen, right? So I'm gonna sell out my own father. I'm gonna ingratiate myself heavily into their military, and then wait for a moment that I can, strike or whatnot, So, and it's getting closer and closer to the end of his. Like they were already starting to prep the next form, the next person to take it from him, so he probably like started getting more and more desperate too, of like, we need to make this plan move. But whatever, like I really want to know that in between stuff that happened. Like I really want to know like Aaron turning himself in so he can be a hostage, so that way they do what he wants, because whatever happened, he wouldn't do it. How did we know that Zeke was gonna be like on our side? When did we have that communication, right? Like I'm really curious to learn all these little things that tie this whole story together. I wonder if we are gonna see it in like brief flashbacks, or are we gonna go back and spend a lot of time in the back, like, or are we just gonna have to like try and piece it together as they slowly reveal to us in the present? I don't know, but I'm really fascinated. We answered kind of answered the mystery of the person that dropped Jaws and Cart into the well, and it was someone who is a devout follower of Zeke. So someone who Zeke, I guess, brought up and has the same ideology as him. I wonder who it is to Zeke. Like, how did they meet and everything? How did he turn someone that grew up in this society being taught what they are taught to then have them just so strongly follow Zeke? I'm curious. They also said her name too, saying like, "Oh, you messed up," and she was like, "Yeah, that's my bad." Um, where was that? Was that before the kids came in? Might have been right here. A devout follower of Zeke Yeager. The whole like take me alive stuff. Um, yeah, we have the whole Zoe stuff. Where was the? Might have been here. Yelida? Oh man, maybe I need subtitles for that. Um, miscalculation. Yeah, miscalculations. Yelena. Okay. All right, I got the name down. I mean, it still doesn't mean anything to me. It's not a name that I recognize. I don't think we've heard than before. I'm trying to think of like all the moments we've had with Zeke of like him growing up, the different stuff, like the little bit we had with him as a kid. I don't know. Nothing really rings a bell for a connection that I could think of, unless like we get revealed that there was like a sister or something, like when Grisha left. Um, like no, because the wife got, never mind. His his wife, when he was back in with Marlians, she got turned into a Titan too. I was gonna say like maybe she was pregnant and he left, but no, she went with him. So I was gonna say like maybe there was a daughter he didn't know about or something like that, and it's Zeke's sister, but I don't know. No, I mean we'll probably find out eventually, I imagine. There's so many little holes I want filled and I want to know about. At one point they called themselves the New Eldian Empire, which is interesting. Just kind of like, I feel like it is like kind of riding on something that maybe is like known to be bad, like maybe try to take on a different name, but I guess maybe trying to be prideful in what you are and all that, but yeah. Uh, we had Gabby's resolve, which, you know, I mean, I've talked before about like these kids, and the fact is just they're brainwashed. It's same with any kind of war that has ever happened. You know, it's like we have these situations where people are told that these are the enemy, they are monsters, they do all these terrible things, despite the fact that we're doing terrible things too. No, 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 no. Just ignore that. These guys are more terrible than we are, you know? So it's like, I don't necessarily blame Gabby for her, like, intense hatred for these people, but I do like that, uh, um, Falco got to meet Eren a little bit and kind of become friends with him. So he became friends with someone from that island. He sees that it's possible. And then because he became friends with him, he actually listened and wasn't just like biased against him to the words that he said, and kind of like rang back in his head of like, the same with all the people in the walls back at home. Like, they're all just people. And that's what this boils down to, is we have this hatred of each other, but it boils down to everyone's just people trying to live. But unfortunately, there's these governments, like Marlians, are trying to expand their territory constantly and pushing their boundaries and all that. But in order to do that, you're taking down people who are just trying to live, you know? So, and then you have Eren and Zeke's plan, whatever they're going for, where it even just seems like the people of Parody didn't want, it seems like they decided not to fight this war. Like, it seems like they were gonna just keep trying to live there peacefully, because the way that Hanji talked was basically saying, like, you dragged us into this, you made us do this. Like, it didn't seem like they wanted to go to war with these people and everything, but he forced their hand to, you know, to start this war, and now they have to live with the consequences of his actions. I can definitely understand, you know, as much as, you know, Eren's like this protagonist that we're following, and, you know, a lot of the times you're supposed to root for the protagonist, I can really see where the characters are coming from. I'd be pissed too if, like, you know, I was trying to just keep the peace the best I can, and one of my people went and just started a war, essentially. To be fair, I guess they could have just left Eren, you know? There is something to be said where Eren put himself in that position uh, in order to cause them to come and do this fight. And if they would have just left him, but they didn't want to give up their, like, weapon of war, right? Like, that's the thing, is they don't want Eren to be in the enemy's hands, because that gives the enemy more power. Even if they are trying to keep the peace, they still want their military might, you know? So maybe if you really wanted the peace, maybe you should have. But granted, on the flip side, we know the other side of the story, where Marlians were about to be like, we're gonna go fuck them up, you know? Like, we're gonna gather, like, we're gonna have this summit of all these different nations, and we're gonna, like, declare war on parody. And it's like, well, even if we did manage to, like, find a way to keep the peace by not attacking, you're still gonna get attacked by these guys because they just want to take you out. But I think the big question that all these other nations have to ask is, once the Marlians, who are so, like, power hungry and extending their borders and everything, once they take out parody, what's their next target? Because I can't imagine they're gonna stop at this point, you know? Like, if Eldians were bad at one point for, like, 1800 years, I feel like the Marlians are just gonna try to replicate what the Eldians did in the past, and then 1800 years from now, the Marlians are gonna be the new Eldians, you know? Like, they're gonna be the ones hated by the world, and then some other power is gonna rise up and stomp them, and welcome to the cycle of war and hatred, and we just need to find a way to break this damn cycle. So, anyway, but going back to what I was saying, I don't know if I ever really finished it, but I do really like Falco seeing that and being able to, like, start rationalizing both sides, because I think that's how we, like, get, like, I think that's the one of the paths to peace, right? Is trying to understand both sides and everything. Like, it's just, when you realize that it's all just people, then, you know, no evil, no, you know, it's all just people trying to live. It really, like, if only everyone could see it that way, might change things. But yeah. Anyways, guys, crazy stuff. I want to know more info. I think that's it for me, though. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more. Links in the description should be popping up on the screen, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.